Welcome everyone, I hope you're having a good morning, possibly a great day. Who knows, it could be a great evening or it could be a great night. I don't know where you're watching from. The internet's weird that way and I think I like it, but it's kind of confusing, but that doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is you're here right now watching the Nerf Report.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah. Yeah.
Hello everyone, my name is Bryant Chappel and welcome to the Nerf Report. You are here for the very first episode, so apologies if I seem a little anxious. This is my pet project for the last 6 months. Behind the scenes, I have been working on this day in and day out, trying to make this look as semi-professional as possible for you, the viewer, the community, the fan. This is what this is about. The Nerf Report is not about me. This is not about my own ego or making me famous. This is about you, the community. A lot of you over the last couple days have sent me messages asking me, what is the Nerf Report? Is it going to be a podcast? How many episodes are we going to get? Are you going to have guests? First off, great questions. A lot of them that I haven't even answered because this is an evolving platform. I don't know what this is going to turn into. Simply put, the Nerf Report is simply just a solution to a big problem I see in today's culture. We are so inundated with news, and every individual company has their own voice. And for the gamer, the geek, or the nerd, it's almost impossible to stay on top of our interests. So just as the game developer or a designer will nerf a weapon or a character to kind of level the playing field inside of a game, my hope is that I can actually nerf all of the weekly news into one segment once a week for you, the audience. With that in mind, let's get into this week's news. 'Tis the season for E3 leaks and reveals, and Nintendo has released a plethora of information about their 2017 E3 press conference. The Nintendo Spotlight will take place on June 13th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, where Nintendo plans on showcasing the remaining 2017 Nintendo Switch games, along with the highly anticipated Super Mario Odyssey. Along with the press conference, Nintendo plans on broadcasting the Splatoon 2 World Inkling Open Invitational, along with the World Championships of ARMS. Both tournaments will be available on Nintendo's Twitch and YouTube channels. While the American election is over and Donald Trump is now our president, the country of South Korea is just finishing up their 19th presidential election. The 2017 presidential election of South Korea was an opportunity for gamers and Americans alike to sit back and relish in the fact that, well, South Koreans do elections way better than Americans. The South Korean president-elect Moon Jae-in used StarCraft's popularity in the region to his advantage. He released a political advertisement of him mining minerals in the game to spell out his name. But not to be outperformed, his opponent Sim Sang-young released a counter video of herself grilling the other candidates and achieving, in my mind, what is the political play of the game.
최고의 플레이, 심블리.
정부가 오염된 겁니다. 환경부가 후퇴한 거예요. 할 수 있는 정당, 저 심상정만 누가 있습니까, 여러분?
Just for a moment, imagine Americans doing elections this way. Like Donald Trump building a wall out of his name in Minecraft, or Hillary Clinton doing sick Call of Duty trick shots to win voters. GG Korea. Hulu announced last week that they will be introducing a brand new live streaming service for customers. For $39.99 a month, Hulu plans on offering 50 channels of live streamed television. The service can be viewed from the Xbox One, Apple TV, Android, iOS devices, and Chromecast. Notably missing from the list are the 60 million PlayStation devices throughout the world, probably due to the fact that PlayStation offers their own service called PlayStation Vue. Speaking of the PlayStation Vue, it was announced this week that subscribers to the service will be receiving a brand new channel based solely on competitive gaming. ESL, or Esports Live, will be the first 24-hour television network in the United States based only on competitive gaming. ESL will be available in PlayStation Vue's Elite and Ultra packages. Now this next video is filled with all sorts of awesomeness. I have always wanted my own Jarvis. Ever since I saw it in the first Iron Man film, I knew one day I would own it. Amazon Echo, Google Home, Microsoft Cortana, those are great. They've gotten us close. But Jarem Archer over Untitled Network has added that personal touch that has been lacking from all of the services.
Hey Cortana, will I need an umbrella today?
That's probably not necessary. The forecast shows sun with a high of 87 and a low of 68.
God, I want one of those so badly. Good job, everyone over Untitled. Jarem, thank you for letting us share this with our audience. If you're interested in Untitled Network's projects and you want to follow and see where this progresses, check out their YouTube channel or their blog. We have their links listed in the description below. And finally, the piece of news that I feel deserves the most attention. Last weekend was Free Comic Book Day, where hundreds of thousands of comic book enthusiasts stormed their local comic book stores to get their hands on what everybody wants. However, a very small segment of readers got very offended by one of the brand new stories. The story arc from Marvel's Secret Empire was enough to send some readers raging. In a story where Red Skull gains access to a cosmic cube and he begins to rewrite history as we know it. So for example, Captain America is now a member of Hydra. Hydra infiltrates S.H.I.E.L.D. America hands over all of its government power to S.H.I.E.L.D. S.H.I.E.L.D. reveals itself as Hydra, and at the helm, Captain America and Red Skull. So how did these offended comic book readers respond to the new story arc? By storming Twitter and setting their comics on fire. In case you're having a hard time believing this, don't worry. I screenshotted their tweets. Prenzy Pratt on Twitter said, "Tell Marvel to burn Secret Empire, or I'll burn it for them." Artist Fishley chimed in by saying, "The Secret Empire arc is the biggest pile of BS I've ever seen. Burn it!" Style C. Evan wrote, "My favorite comic book store just received the Secret Empire comic. I want to burn it." And as if posting a tweet wasn't enough for warriors like you out there, you had to proceed to post photos of yourself doing it. Because if you don't have a photo, it's not real. Or like this user, you filmed yourself burning it in what I'm assuming is your mom's bathtub. I guess the real reason I'm upset about this video is I wasn't allowed scissors or matches when I was a kid. I'm just wondering what the hell this person's doing, burning a comic in their house. Yes, there are true comparisons between Nazis and Hydra. And the idea of promoting racism or Nazism in any form should always be discouraged. But if you wouldn't have burned your copy of Secret Empire, you probably would have realized that Marvel never once promoted racism or Nazism in this comic. In fact, this may be a shock to you, but Marvel doesn't care about you burning comics. You know why? Because you're not a real comic reader. Captain America has been one of the most stale characters in the entire Marvel universe. The good old clean-cut, crime-stopping, helping grandmas across the street gimmick, it's run dry. In fact, if you ask a true comic book reader, they will tell you that Secret Empire is one of Marvel's most promising story arcs to date. Captain America joining Hydra is just the beginning of a story arc. A story arc that'll end with Captain America probably punching Red Skull or maybe Zombie Hitler. But the fact is, the story arc is no different than Hulk Hogan joining the NWO and betraying WCW. And I lived through that. And I didn't burn my Hulk Hogan toys. It's important that I say this because I need you to hear me. Burning a comic and posting a tweet accomplishes nothing. Things are always going to offend you. And yes, you have a right to your feelings. But attempting to silence Marvel or any other publisher because they use images similar to Nazi imagery is wrong. There's a quote out there that says, "Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it." And the thing about learning is you're never done. You're always constantly learning. Marvel is attempting to teach us a lesson, using an enemy that resembles the greatest enemy the world has ever known. If we silence publishers, creators, and artists from using images that resemble the darkest moments of our history in an attempt to teach us lessons, how will any future generation ever learn from our mistakes? Let's face it, folks, the internet's a really weird place, but it's catching on. It's filled with hours of content for you to waste your time with and thousands of products to waste your hard-earned dollars with. Never fear, the Nerf Report every week will bring you the best products of the internet for your wallet's pleasure. Question for you. Do you have a pet that you have to leave at home during your workday? Do you wish that at any given moment you could have a piece of your pet with you? Never fear. Analog Watch Company has produced the Companion Collection series of watches. Simply send them 2 to 4 ounces. Sorry. Simply send Analog 2 to 4 ounces of your pet's fur, and in 3 to 4 weeks, they will have a watch of your pet's fur. Why? In the world of wearable technology, where we worry about things like steps and calories burned, I present to you the i.Con, the world's first smart condom. Yeah, it exists. Have you ever wondered how many calories you burned during your last session? How many thrusts, or what your thrust per seconds ratio is? The duration of your segment, your frequency, your girth, your skin temperature, or how many positions? Because, quite frankly, I forget that during my sessions. The i.Con offers a wildly unnecessary 6 hours of battery life. It's a little unnecessary, guys. And I downscale to like the 10-minute battery. The i.Con will also allow you to share data with friends and family. Oh, God. Guess what everybody's getting for Christmas? Are you interested in the i.Con? It's in the final stages of testing with public release slated for 2017. Finally, from Glitch Studios, their 3D video game shadow boxes have just blown me away. They're awesome. Check these out. Whether you want Super Mario World, Zelda, Mega Man, Street Fighter, or Rampage, Glitch artwork will be able to service your geeky desires. Personally, I want this Rampage box. Seriously, one of the coolest things I've ever seen. If you're interested in this product or any of the products I mentioned, check out the links below. That is it for this week's episode of the Nerf Report. My name is Bryant Chappel. Thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, make sure to hit the like button up top. I think it's this way? Up here? This way? Yeah, I'm just going to move in like a direction. Most importantly, if you really enjoyed yourself, share it with your friends. Post it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, MySpace, whatever you kids are using these days. But if you have a topic or a product you want us to cover next week, put it in the comment section down below. Our contact information, of course, is on the channel. Send us some messages, put some likes, dislikes, preferably likes. But thank you so much for watching. My name is Bryant Chappel. I will see you next week for another episode of the Nerf Report.
Are you listening?